better, faster, further is about taking your dreams and making them bigger than you've ever had before to benefit not only you, but somebody else. And I'm going to have to do that faster and take you further than you've gone with those dreams than ever before. That was almost it.
Okay, yeah, you're rushing your words a little bit.
Yeah, let me slow it down and say what I was supposed to say.
They're kind of running into each other. It's a little hard to understand.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Well, I am a director.
That's what I need.
Yeah, slow it down just a bit. I love the energy, but just a little slower so I can understand what you're saying.
Yeah. Bigger, better, faster, further is about taking dreams. Let me say it again. Bigger, better, faster, further is about creating goals that are bigger than you've ever dreamed of before, taking them further for the betterment of somebody else besides just yourself, and to have a lasting impact that goes further and beyond anything you've ever imagined. That's one way to say it.
That was an A+.
Let me try it again with the right words in the right spot.
Right.
Bigger, better, faster, further. It's all about taking your dreams and blowing them up bigger than you've ever imagined before and creating goals that are not just great for you, but better for other people. And if we do that, I want to help you take those things faster and further than you've ever imagined and really accomplish something else for the benefit of other folks, serving beyond your own needs. Yeah, that was almost it.
That was good.
Bigger, better, faster, further is about creating goals that are bigger than you've ever dreamed of before and benefiting you and other people along the way. If we can do that, I'm happy to help you take things back. Bigger, better, faster, further. It's all about creating goals that are bigger than yourself, helping other, coming back at you.
You're good.
Bigger, better, faster, further. It's about dreaming bigger than you ever have before and creating a goal that's not just for the betterment of yourself, but for other people as well. And I'm going to help you get those goals accomplished faster than you ever thought you could, to have an impact that goes further and beyond anything you've ever imagined.
That's a keeper.
That's what I'm supposed to say.
That was good.
That's a keeper. Let's go next.
All right. If you're an organization and you create goals for your people without asking your people for input, you haven't created goals. You've just set up boundaries for the next year. Okay. Let me see the next one in here. All right, I'll do this one from back here. So what is your bigger talent? What skill do you have that got you to where you are today? I want to help you identify that so we can make that part of the equation. Is it that you have an abundant talent for being in front of people and inspiring people, motivating folks? Maybe your skill set is a network. You've got a great network of friends that can actually help you move projects further and faster than you can do on your own. It might be that you're a creative person. You can design the idea. You can really express it better than anybody else around you. It might be that you've got an insane athletic ability, like our pogo stick jumper, or maybe Diane Nyad. It could be also that you have people skills. You're able to go out and make friends anywhere you are. You're able to go out and make friends anywhere you're at and convince them to do things for themselves as well as other people. It may be that your special talent is focus. You're able to hunker down and lock in on a goal and finish it without any other interruptions. That's a special skill in itself. It could be that you're a planner. You can take somebody else's ideas. It could be that you're a planner. You can take somebody else's ideas and the things they set forth and really get things done with a well-executed plan. Or it may just be that you're an excellent listener. We kind of undervalue listening in our society because we talk so much, right? But if you're a great listener, you can actually hear a plan, see obstacles before they happen, and address them so you can actually get your goal accomplished a little faster. So what is your bigger? I want you to take that and put it in the blank in the top left of the worksheet, and we'll come back to those in just a little bit.
Do that first sentence again. So what is your bigger?
Okay.
I didn't quite understand that.
So what is your bigger? What are you great at doing that got you to where you're at today?
Perfect.
Okay.
You'll
see the sweat on my forehead from your camera?
No, sir.
Okay. This jacket is killing me. This jacket is killing me. And here's what I discovered along the way. Small goals lead to bigger goals. You really have no idea the things you would accomplish right now because you even step. And here's what I've learned. Small goals lead to bigger goals. In fact, you can't even imagine the potential you have right now because you haven't set the first goal in motion. But as you move forward, you're going to find all kinds of great things that push you above and beyond what you thought you could do. And actually, you can do a lot more than you think. When I started to exercise, it was just a 6-minute jog. It turned into a 6-hour bike ride. And incremental is instrumental. Noting your progress every single day and where you're moving into, and that you're moving forward is super important to keep yourself motivated along the journey. And then also, disruption can be a huge blessing. If we keep on doing everything we've always done, we're going to keep on getting what we always got. But when you have the disruption, you actually have time to look back and see where you're at, how you got there, and decide if you want to be there for the remainder of your life. Do you always want to be doing what you're doing right now? My guess is you can do greater things, but you need the time to look back and reflect.
Good.
Thank you, sir. I'll come back over here for this one.
You're good.
How's it going back there? So part of what I want to get across to you today is to create a goal that motivates your head, your heart, and your hands. If it makes logical sense to you, but maybe stretches the boundaries of what you've done before, you've got your head involved. If you've got a group in mind, a nonprofit, or maybe an individual that you want to benefit, you've got your heart involved. And if you actually set the plans in motion, your hands are involved. So when you have your head, heart, and hands all on the same page and all go in the same direction, you can accomplish great things, again, not just for you, but for the betterment of others.
You're on a good roll.
All right,
That's good stuff.
keep it going. I'll do this one from here.
Okay.
So I want you to close your eyes for a second and just imagine whose life can you make better? Maybe it's a friend that has some medical debt and you want to do a fundraising event or a GoFundMe. How can you make that more interesting so people get involved and donate and maybe see their friends in the process and learn how to take care of them? It could be a community project. Maybe your neighborhood needs a new park. Think about the years and years of enjoyment those kids are going to have playing on that playground simply because you took the first step to get the ball rolling. It could be that you're part of a church or a food bank and you want to stock that food bank full of goods before the winter time comes. A fundraiser at the right time of the year with the right motivation can get people involved, and maybe that's your special group that you want to take care of. Maybe it's a homeless shelter. There is no mistaking the fact that in America right now, we've got more people on the streets than we ever had before, and those people need help. They need a lot of help in different ways, but one way you can help out is by funding this local shelter in your area where they actually feed and help those people get out from where they're at and move ahead in life a little bit. So homeless shelter also a good idea. Maybe you don't like people at all. Maybe you're hating being in this room right now with other folks and you're looking around going, man, I can't wait to get home to my cat. Well, help the animal shelter. If that's your cause, go for it. Stock those shelves with food. Get those cats some shots and think of how many more dogs will be on the street, how many more happy pooper scoopers we have in the world. If that's what your calling is, by all means, make that your bigger, better, faster, further purpose. It could be that you just want to help mission groups in other parts of the world. It's great to think local, but if we don't reach out and do outreach, we don't affect people across the globe. And there's many opportunities through great churches all around. Everywhere you live, there's a great church that has a great mission and a great mission association. I like to help kids go to school in Haiti and Honduras, so me and my family, we contribute to that. So maybe your fundraiser or your goal is part of that mission. And maybe it's just social justice. Maybe your voice isn't being heard in the community and you need it to be heard. So why not put together a challenge that motivates you not only to get your voice heard, but those who share your voice and get that heard, maybe pass some legislation or make some moves in your local city or your government. But if you don't start it, nobody else will. So perhaps that's whose life you can make better. I don't want to take a second here and let you just digest that. And in the box on the top right, where it says better, I want you to list the group or the person you're thinking of right now that maybe you can associate your challenge with or your fundraiser with to make their life better. Just take a second, put that in, we'll come back.
Say that line again. I want to take a second. Just set that up,
Yeah.
just that opening setup line.
The opening of the very last part?
Yeah.
Okay. So take a second right now, take a look at take a second right now and fill out the top right box on your worksheet that says better. Whose life do you want to make better? Could be a nonprofit, a charity, could be an individual. Go ahead and take some time and list a few. If 2 or 3 are popping through your mind, that's great. We might be able to serve all of those. But go ahead and put them on paper so we don't lose that thought. I'll give you a few seconds to do that.
That was it.
All right. Let's see. All right, this is just a quick one. I can do it from the side. And it's important not just to go with your heart, but actually do a little bit of research and due diligence to make sure the nonprofit that you're getting behind actually puts the money to use. There's some great resources online to see if your nonprofit stacks up against the others well, but you want to find that they're being efficient with your funds and taking care of the people that you want to take care of. The money just doesn't all go into administrative costs. In short, you want to make sure if you're trying to help a homeless shelter in Alaska, you want to make sure that board of directors isn't talking about that down on the beaches of Hawaii. All right, this will be from straight back behind the podium. So here's what I discovered, and perhaps you will as well. Look local first. Funds go further if they stay close to home, and it's a well-managed nonprofit. There are always needs nearby. Use your head, your heart, and your hands. If you get those 3 things in sync, by all means, your goal is going to be moving forward faster than you ever thought it could happen. And there really are no excuses, as we've learned. Whether you're 10 years old or you're a 100-year-old World War II vet, there's definitely ways that you can raise the money and raise awareness and better other people's lives. And by all means, don't waste the donation. Make sure you have a personal connection to the cause, and then do your due diligence and research just to make sure that what you're funding is actually getting funded the way you would like it to be taken care of. All right. I'll do this one from back here too.
Good.
There's a saying, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. And I like that saying, but I actually think it's kind of false. I think you need people, no matter where you are, to help you go further and faster. You can't always do it on your own. And even if you do it on your own and you accomplish that goal, guess what? Nobody knows you did it because nobody's there to help you get there. So as you put your goals together, it's important to remember you can get help from other people. There's always going to be a role for a mentor, somebody that's done what you're trying to do. They've done it before and give you advice on how to take care of things if there's obstacles that pop up out of nowhere. So you can go fast by yourself, but I think you go further and faster with other people. All right. All right, I'll do this one back here too. Let me see which section we're on here first. So in the bottom left corner of your worksheet, you'll see the box labeled faster. In that box, I just want you to list possibly some mentors that can help you out on your journey, or other people that can join you on this trek so you just don't go alone by yourself and you go further with others. Also in that same box, write down a couple of obstacles that you already see ahead with your goal. Things you're going to need to overcome before you get the ball rolling. I just want us to be aware that those things are there and plan ahead so that we can get further faster. So as we learned this afternoon, the SMART goal is dead. SMART goals are great, but they're very limited. They don't really take into account anybody else besides yourself. The smarter goal will win. And when you write that smarter goal, wording is so important. Be very concise. If you can't say it in a sentence, you probably can't accomplish it. So think very clearly one thing you're trying to finish get that down on paper. I found that purpose propels pursuit. And by that I mean, once you know that somebody else is depending on your success, you kind of keep the movement. I find that purpose propels pursuit. And by that I mean, if you know other people are counting on you to finish your goal or your challenge, you're not going to give up. Knowing that they're going to benefit will keep you moving forward and really give you the energy you need on those days where you just don't feel like getting up and going after it. And I think you should mix it up a little bit. By all means, go fast when you have the opportunity by yourself, but when you need the help of other people, go further with. I think you should mix it up a little bit. It's great to go fast and go alone, but when you need the help of other people, be efficient in asking for that help and get that help so you can go a little bit further. Even if it's just not by yourself, it's great to accomplish a goal with others. And of course, my favorite thing, and I can talk about it all day long, is obstacles are just opportunities. You only learn from obstacles. In fact, if you never have an obstacle in your life, you probably haven't led a very interesting life, to be honest with you. The road map has peaks and valleys, and as a biker, I've learned that the hills are the thrills. It's a tough climb up, and you're grinding it out, and you're grunting, and you might be mumbling a few words you wouldn't say around the dinner table, but once you get to the top of that hill, and you see the bottom, it is full speed ahead. You're hitting 40, 50 miles an hour. And let me tell you what, that's thrilling. And that's the payoff you're going to feel if you get your challenge accomplished and you benefit those other people. Almost there, guys.
You're good.
So I'm happy to say that with my bigger, better, faster, further journey, I've cycled 20,735 miles on my bike, and I've raised $1,108,946 for a variety of charities. And I'm not finished yet. My goal is to ride 25,000 miles. So even though I've reached my goal of 1 million, I'm going to shoot for 2 million. And if everything stays on track, I stay healthy, and things are going right, I should be able to accomplish that goal in the spring or late spring, early summer of next year. So I'll keep you posted if you're interested in how that's going, but I did hit my bigger, better, faster, further goal, and that's why I know you can do the same thing. I had no idea I could make a 100-mile bike ride happen, a 115-mile bike ride. I had no idea I could cycle 5,000 miles in a year, and certainly didn't plan on going the distance around the globe in such a short time. I just started out wanting to get healthier, and I was taking 6-minute jogs, turned into a 6-hour bike ride, and now a 5-year journey. So I'm not telling you anything that you can't do. I've done it with limited resources, and I'm an old guy. So everybody here, I know you've got a better chance at accomplishing your goals than I do. And today I just wanted to give you a few tips, a little insight on how you can go through it, plan for the obstacles, and accomplish things not just for yourself, but for the betterment of others. I think that's it.
All right.
Oh, one more section. I'll just do it from right here.
You're good.
So along this entire journey, I've learned a few more things I'd like to share with you. One, you'll redefine your own personal boundaries. You can accomplish so much more than you give yourself credit for. It's just taking that first step and getting the idea of what you want to accomplish down. And by the way, it may be something you don't plan on initially. That first step gets you in the movement of things happening, and before you know it, you're on to the next. So take that first step with your bigger, better, faster, further goal today, and who knows where it's going to lead you. I certainly didn't think I'd be on a bike. I thought I'd be running marathons by now. It just took a different direction, but I still accomplished the same goal. There'll be unexpected benefits as well as the obstacles. Every obstacle provides other benefits you would never imagine. Let's try that again. The obstacles you encounter will actually provide additional benefits that you couldn't even conceive in the first place. It's the journey and all the things that come along with it. Each obstacle behind it is a treasure that you would not find if you didn't take the first step in the first place. Hills lead to thrills, like I mentioned before. The journey can be tough, but when you hit the top and you start coasting down, there is no more better feeling than going fast and just enjoying the ride that you're on. And you can only do that if you go uphill once in a while. And then lastly, others help others go further. It's great if you want to try it by yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think it can be a little sneaky, because if you fail, nobody knows. If you don't make it public, nobody's aware. So make your better, bigger, faster, further goal very concise for the betterment of others, but make it public. People can cheer you on those days where you don't feel like getting out there and doing it, and it'll motivate you in times when you just don't feel like getting out of bed. Make it happen, have fun, but count on others to help you go further so you can take others further. Forget all that. That's just a hard thing to say. And lastly, generational change is totally possible, and it starts right here today when you do the betterment. And lastly, generational change is totally possible. One more time. And lastly, generational change is totally personal. Maybe one more. And lastly, generational change is totally possible. The impact you have today with your goal can last for generations. And think about that. When you're long gone, people will still benefit from the effort you took and put into place today. So keep in touch. So keep in touch with me. Let me know what you're planning on. So keep in touch. Let me know what you're up to. Let me know if I can encourage you in any way or provide any resources for you. I want to know what your bigger, better, faster, further goal is, and I can't wait to see you accomplish it. Thanks again for hanging out this afternoon. I appreciate you. You can take a look at my website, bike4bucks.com, to see where I'm at on my journey. And hopefully by this time next year, that one will be over, and I'll be on my next one, riding 50 miles in all 50 states while raising $5 million for 50 different charities. We'll see what happens. Thanks again.